No one is ever prepared for the unexpected arrival of sadness. Even the most resilient individuals can be lowered to a lowly position. Why does it always seem like a public figure, someone we hold in high esteem, is about to cry? How does it teach us to love, how to deal with loss, and how to be resilient? Tonight, we'll share the tale of Kelly Ripa's shocking loss and the overwhelming outpouring of support from her followers. Follow us. An unexpected lesson awaits you at the conclusion. Kelly Ripa may be seen smiling in the clip, and the camera will fade to the host for a touching moment. It is good to see you again, friends. This is a story of profound openness, of visible grief, and of how a group of people rallied across borders and media to offer solace. This narrative has something to say to everyone, regardless of how recent or remote their loss is. Alright, we can get started. Viewers of Live with Kelly and Mark on February 5, 2025 anticipated the show's customary morning levity, casual banter, and star appearances. On the contrary, they saw something far more genuine and intimate. Mark Consuelos, who co-hosts the show with Kelly, began it with a melancholy tone in his voice. Chewy had to be said farewell to yesterday. Then Kelly, who is usually the rock of positivity, broke down. She explained, in tears, how she had believed she had spoken everything out. But then she realized that her grief still had more to say. Envision yourself sipping your morning coffee as you watch the collapse of an individual you've been following for a long time. Someone who has always appeared to have everything under control. Many fans found that moment to be personal, unexpected, and unnerving. After their children departed for college, Chewy was Kelly's constant companion, she said in her moving speech. By her side, Chewy remained. No, I thought I had it figured out. I thought I had it all figured out, she remarked, pausing as she struggled to maintain her composure. God, she gave us so much. She apologized for sobbing in front of the crowd, but she never once lost sight of the deep appreciation she felt for the creature who had brought them so much joy over the years. That was the initial shock. There is no safe space for grieving. It unexpectedly appears during the day, and many of us in our 60s have discovered that grief is never ending. When we feel prepared, it comes to the surface, and then it disappears again. And then, as if that weren't bad enough, the plot twists again. That shows how much of an influence this cherished Chewy has on the Ripa Consul family and the community at large. That's the next topic we'll cover. How a beloved pet became a symbol of community pride, and how many came out to pay their respects. We should go there. So many of us have had pets that were there for us through the good times and the bad, who listened without passing judgment and never left our side. While Chewy was out in public, not many pets do the same. Since Kelly and Mark took her in as their own on the live broadcast many years ago, she has become an integral part of the lives of the spectators as well. We wouldn't know Chewy if this show hadn't been there, as Mark pointed out. Truly, Chewy was an integral part of their family life as their 3 children grew up. Chewy lingered after the children departed from the nest. Regardless of changes, difficulties, or habits, she was there. People really mean it when they say their pet was an integral part of the family. But Chewy was involved in more than that. She transitioned into a conduit for the audience to interact with the Ripa Consul family. Something that brought together people all throughout the United States and brought back memories of their own cherished pets, tragedies, and experiences. The farewell was quite remarkable as Chewy departed. A mail carrier, together with friends and neighbors, stopped by to offer their respects. As mourners poured past their New York house, Kelly made light of the situation, saying it was presidential. Flowers, memories, and condolences posted online were among the offerings. It was about more than just a celebrity's pet for many. Collective empathy, connection, and shared loss were the themes. The second waking is that, when we experience loss in the open, it becomes less private. Collaborative effort is fostered. The image of so many people turning up was incredibly familiar to those of us who recall mailing cards and keeping watch. Still, feelings of pity and media attention aren't at the story's core. Kelly reveals something even more enigmatic in her subsequent revelation. Something having to do with vitality, existence, and the unknown. Many of us, including her, were shocked by what we witnessed in Chew's dying moments and had to reevaluate our understanding of goodbye. Our next destination is there. This was one of the most disturbing statements that Kelly ever said. An energy surge hit Chewy just as she was about to take her last breath. They went so far as to cite an article from the New York Post regarding an unusual rise in brainwaves just before death. It may be associated with consciousness or a soul transition. Some refer to it as gamma synchrony. While Chewie seemed, Kelly confessed that they were stunned onlookers. In a heart-wrenching moment on Live with Kelly and Mark, beloved television host Kelly Ripa broke down in tears as she shared the devastating news of a family tragedy. The emotional segment, which aired recently, left viewers stunned and moved as Kelly revealed the profound loss that had deeply affected her and her family. Kelly, known for her lively personality and upbeat demeanor, has always been an open book about her life. However, in this rare moment of vulnerability, she allowed her audience to see a side of her that most fans don't typically get to witness: her raw emotions. As she choked back tears, she spoke about the loss of a loved one and how it had impacted her deeply. The tragedy struck close to home, and Kelly, unable to contain her emotions, shared how her family was coping with the sudden loss. She expressed her gratitude for the outpouring of love and support from friends, family, and fans, which has been a source of comfort during this incredibly difficult time. The segment quickly went viral, with fans flooding social media to send their love, prayers, and condolences. The moment was particularly poignant given Kelly's reputation for being the light-hearted and positive presence on daytime television. Her role on Live with Kelly and Mark is often to bring joy and entertainment to millions of viewers. But in this instance, she found herself leaning on her fans for emotional support. As Kelly shared her personal grief, she also acknowledged the challenges of dealing with such a loss in the public eye. She mentioned how difficult it is to navigate the emotions of grief while being in the spotlight. Despite the sadness she felt, Kelly's strength was evident as she continued to do what she loves, even if it meant showing her vulnerable side to the world. The emotional segment prompted a wave of sympathy from fans who have watched Kelly on television for years. Fans flooded social media with messages of love and encouragement. Many expressed how much they appreciated Kelly's openness and honesty during such a difficult time. One fan wrote, "Kelly, we love you and are so sorry for your loss. Your strength and courage in sharing your grief with us mean the world." Another shared, "Sending you so much love, Kelly. You've always brought joy into our lives, and now we want to return that love to you during this heartbreaking time." The outpouring of support from fans on social media was overwhelming, with countless messages offering condolences, love, and encouragement for Kelly and her family. In the midst of her grief, Kelly also took a moment to reflect on the importance of family and the value of cherishing every moment spent with loved ones. She spoke about the importance of holding on to the memories of those we've lost and finding strength in the love that remains. It was a message that resonated deeply with many of her viewers, who saw in Kelly's vulnerability a reflection of their own experiences with loss and grief. While Kelly is known for her lighthearted moments on television, this emotional outpouring was a reminder that even those who bring joy to others are not immune to pain. The segment also highlighted the importance of showing empathy and support for others, particularly during times of hardship. In an industry often focused on entertainment and appearances, Kelly's emotional moment was a reminder of the power of genuine human connection. The show's co-host, Mark Consuelos, was also a pillar of support for Kelly during the segment. As Kelly wiped away her tears, Mark gently reassured her and provided comfort, offering a reminder of the love and solidarity that exists between them. It was a beautiful moment of compassion and support between two people who share a deep bond both on and off the screen. In the weeks that followed, Kelly continued to receive messages of support from her fans, and many were curious about how she was coping. Kelly, ever the professional, returned to the show with renewed strength, grateful for the love and support she had received, but also committed to honoring the memory of her loved one by continuing her work and bringing joy to others. Her fans were inspired by her ability to balance vulnerability with strength, and many expressed how much they admired her for sharing such an intimate part of her life. The tragic loss that Kelly Ripa faced serves as a poignant reminder of the fragility of life and the importance of cherishing those around us. It also highlights the healing power of community and how sharing our grief with others can help us navigate even the darkest of times. As Kelly continues to navigate her grief, fans will undoubtedly continue to offer their love and support, proving once again that even in the face of tragedy, we are never truly alone. In the end, Kelly's emotional breakdown on Live with Kelly and Mark was not just a moment of personal vulnerability, but a powerful reminder of the love, support, and strength that can be found in times of loss. It was a moment that touched the hearts of millions and solidified Kelly Ripa's place as a beloved figure in the hearts of her fans. who continue to send their love and prayers as she heals from this devastating family tragedy.